And welcome to John L. Moore Athletic Center for an NJAC basketball doubleheader. The women will tee off first here, preseason favorite in the NJAC TCNJ against our NJCU women's basketball Gothic Knights squad. Pete Vincent alongside John Kelly Jr., Paul Tannucilli, your producer and director. The TCNJ won the last matchup. Close battle, Pete, 72-65. And here are their starting lineups. And right off the bat, we know who it's about. It starts with Jen Byrne, their leading scorer at 13.9 points per game, and the rookie of the year in the conference and the leading rebounder, Shannon Devitt. That's where TCNJ goes through. And obviously, too, that's going to be the key to jump-starting the scoring that's really struggled over the past couple of games, but they're able to put up 80 in the last one.
Absolutely, John. Shannon Devitt, is a force in the post, and NJCU is going to have to figure out how to defend that tonight. Maybe a little double-down action. We'll see what they do.
And here are your starting lineups for NJCU. Well, we know about the Bacon sisters. Maisha with a double-double, 22 and 15 last time. Marasia with 35, tying a single-game record in NJCU history with 35. And listen, for the upset, it's got to be a lot of bacon sizzling this evening.
Absolutely, John. Let's see what they do tonight. This is the first time NJCU is rolling out this starting lineup. I'm excited to see what happens. Zaira Taylor-Gaston, Teresa Ortiz, Christina Bizub, along with the Bacon sisters. It's going to be an exciting night.
This will be the 64th meeting. TCNJ leads this series 60-3, won the last 20 meetings. And speaking of Teresa Ortiz, led all scores with 16 last games, so 5 double-figure games and 6 career games at NJCU. What an impact this freshman has been, Pete, for this squad. It's like new life that she's injected. She came on as a sixth lady. Now she starts tonight. Should be interesting to see what happens.
Teresa Ortiz, championship pedigree, comes from University High School in Newark. Tournament of champions last year. She knows how to get the job done.
Of course, NJCU, the last time these two teams met. We look for TCNJ. They always talk about Devitt and they talk about Byrne, but this team had 4 different players in double figures last time. And watch out for an X factor in Kate O'Leary. She leads this team with 33s made, 145 for her career, 4th in program history. Perimeter also a key factor of NJCU is to get the victory this evening.
Got to speed them up, make them take threes in transition where NJCU can get some rebounds.
Paul Tannucilli, your producer and director. I'm joined alongside head coach Pete Everett of Hudson Catholic, as it will be Shannon Devitt to go against Zaira Taylor-Gaston. You were tipping me again. Your last name as I continue to kill this.
Vincent.
Pete Vincent.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. I might get punched. I don't know if I'll make it through this broadcast.
Okay.
Let's look here also. Talk about punching and talking about really laying the blows. TCNJ 12-3 in the conference with a win here. Be 5 straight wins here for head coach Chessie Jackson, as a couple of games left for them going into the possibility of maybe hosting throughout the NJAC tournament. So a win tonight again, very important. We saw that last week with that men's game between NJCU and Montclair State.
Absolutely. Everybody's fighting for that playoff position and for the bye. And NJCU, it was a 6-7 point loss for them last time. Yeah, they're going to come out harder, and they're smelling a little blood, but TCNJ, they're making a playoff push tonight. That's what it's about for them.
TCNJ great on the road, too. 7-5 last year, 8-6 on the road, sporting a 4-game winning streak. One against Ramapo, 84-70, again leading by 14 at halftime. 4 players in double figures in that one. And of course, Shannon Devitt, we just saw about to jump before we had a restart, puts up a career-high 26 in that one. TCNJ, what a year last year, 22 wins, highest single-season win total since 2008, 2009. An NCAA win for the first time in 9 years, and it's about building off of that, correct?
Absolutely. They're looking for their 21st win in a row here in Jersey City.
And of course, Chessie Jackson, last year's NJAC Coach of the Year. Taylor-Gaston and Devitt wins it. And here comes TCNJ. Jen Byrne, Shannon Devitt. Pete, that's how the offense goes through for the Lions.
And here we go. Right to Devitt. First play of the game. High-low action. Easy layup.
So here comes Marasia Bacon. Of course, trying to get in double figures And just 3 points last game against Stockton. But, you know, you've coached a lot of scorers, Pete. Just keep shooting. Isn't that the key?
Shooter's going to shoot. Hitter's going to hit. You hit out of a slump. You shoot out of a slump. It's very simple, John.
Bacon seeing a double team. 10 to shoot. The Biz Hub tees it up from deep. Good. And JCU in front.
They're going to need a lot of that tonight to combat those easy twos by TCNJ.
As Biz Hub making her 12th 3 of the year. As the senior from Fort Lee also can play small forward, diverse. And now what head coach Devaney going to bring from now on his first year, you're going to see pressure D. And good job by TCNJ to break it as Devitt tries to lay it up. Late call, can't, and 2 free throws upcoming for her. And TCNJ will try to go back in front. So Shannon Devitt, you know, Pete, what a year last year. 10-time NJAC Rookie of the Week. That was the second most in NJAC history. And she just continues to build on it here in the sophomore year. Almost averaged a double-double per game. And she ties us up at 3.
Making it look pretty easy so far for her career.
Westfield, New Jersey product, perfect at the line. And she has all TCNJ points as Marasia Bacon to walk it up. 46th player in Division III history to score 2,000 points. 21.08 for her career, 35th in Division III history as she gets it back from Taylor Gaston. You saw some double there on the wings, Pete, before.
Yeah, you know, that might not be a bad strategy for TCNJ. Double NJCU's best player when she has the basketball.
As Bacon shot too strong with 2 to go, and a battle for the board, and it will stay with NJCU, 8:36 to go. Pete Vincent, head coach at Hudson Catholic. Paul Tannucilli, John Kelly Jr., your play-by-play man. NJCU trying to snap.
Shannon Devitt picked up a foul there.
That's important. Again, want to get her in foul trouble. And for Bacon, that was the problem. Had 2 in the first half, and then 4 overall. One of the reasons you saw 3 points in that last game.
Yeah, absolutely.
As Ortiz drives, reverses, and connects. So sweet. NJCU back in front. So Lions looking to push back up. Nice job breaking this one. Down low, Devitt was not ready for that one. TCNJ turns it over, and NJCU can extend their lead further.
Fumble Ruski.
Famulari was the one on that pass. 9 points last game. Had 19 against Rutgers Camden 2 games before. And now NJCU. When you have chances to extend leads, head coach Vincent, you want to do it. This is a good possession to do it. Ortiz pulls up from the elbow. That one rims out, rebound Devitt. TCNJ trying to go back in front. O'Leary crosses into the front court. Leader with 33s made. Chatsky. O'Leary comes out, 3. That one off the mark. Devitt trying to get the board, picked up by Marasia Bacon. Bacon driving on Jatsky, splits, laying, good. How about that? Oh!
Absolutely, team rebounding. That's what's going to get it done. That's what started that entire drive right there.
Famulari lays it right back in. NJCU didn't get back.
NJCU's going with a 1-2-1-1 diamond press tonight into a man defense. Coach Devaney might have to adjust that later in the game.
Neither team is led by more than 1. Nice, aggressive first quarter. Of course, TCNJ trailed after the first quarter last time these two teams met, 17-15. Only the second time trailing after quarter 1 by him. 7 to shoot. Maisha Bacon just short. Devitt the board. Outlets to O'Leary across to Famulari. Looked almost like she carried there, Coach.
Her hand still on top of the ball. You could dribble it as high as the ceiling.
But the other violation traveling, and NJCU will
take it.
Extend their 1-point advantage.
We'll take it. Shannon Devitt got to be a little proud of her Westfield teammates as they got the number 2 seed in the Union County tournament this year.
Always a highly competitive tournament, and the men's area too.
Absolutely. Patrick School coming up with the 1 seed on the girls' side. It's going to be an interesting Final Four for that county.
Current head coach Pat Devaney spent some time at the Patrick School as a coach. Taylor Gaston fades away. Shot off the back iron. I like the look from Gaston on that miss, though.
She's a great shooter. She's going to have to put a couple more up today.
Here's Byrne. Down low, Devitt spins. Hook shot too easy. Oh, Man, Shannon Devitt looking beautiful, leading all scorers, and Byrne with the assist.
Misha Bacon has to help a lot quicker than that. Cannot guard the post one-on-one tonight.
Shannon Devitt with 6 of the 8 TCNJ points. They're in front by 1. Taylor Gaston goes up, off the mark, 2 free throws, and second foul to Devitt. And, you know, Coach, that's another key way to get TCNJ in trouble. Get Devitt off the floor. Conference leader in rebounds coming in with 276.
6'2" sophomore forward. You want to put her on a bench as fast as possible.
Put a double-double up in that NCAA win against Hilbert, 21 and 15, as Taylor Gaston off the mark on the first of 2. Team shoots 64.9% from the free throw line, 5th in the NJAC. Taylor Gaston misses both, so that was a chance for NJCU to go back in front, and easy free throws cannot miss that.
Rachel Gazzola checking in for TCNJ, product of Howell, New Jersey.
Also third with 6 blocks as Byrne lays it home. She leads this team in scoring at 13.9 points per game, and with Devitt with 2 fouls out of this one, now she's going to have to pick up the slack. TCNJ in front by 3. 5:28 to go as Bacon sets up here in the front court. To her sister Maisha, pulls up. That one too strong, and a nice rebound corralled by Gazzola. 37 for her on the year. And the Lions extend their lead to the largest it has been. And backing up will be Jatsky. Famolare. Gazzola cutting his Famolare, spins, kicks it out to Byrne. 10 to shoot for TCNJ. Shatsky gonna drive on Bizhub, kicks it out with 2 to shoot. Touched an NJCU player. They'll leave 3 on the shot clock as Shatsky will inbound. Nicole with 12 points, part of 4 double-figure scores in that win against Ramapo. To Byrne, and she puts it home. She has 4. Jen Byrne hot right now. 9 straight double-figure games coming into this one. Off of 12 against Ramapo. Team leader with 19 double-figure games. So TCNJ by 5. Ortiz cuts that one down, big 3.
Great shot by Teresa Ortiz.
Ortiz leading all scorers with 5, led him with 16 in that loss to Stockton. Famolare, good from 3. That's a big response.
Right back at you.
Second in the NJAC. TCNJ coming in with 144 threes made. That men's team can knock down threes too.
Ooh, yes,
as Bacon cannot continue the 3 affair, and TCNJ trying to extend their lead further. Shatsky, nice look, but could not be corralled by Kaylee Gibson. And an substitution coming in, inbound for NJCU, and Montalvo will check in for Bizhub. Maisha Bacon, Zaira Taylor Gaston, Teresa Ortiz, Marasia Bacon in the 5 for NJCU. John Kelly Jr., Pete Vincent here as NJCU trying to snap an 8-game losing streak. They've led a few times in this first quarter as Ortiz splits, floater, that too strong. And of course, a scramble for the offensive board. Too many players involved in it, and it will go back to TCNJ.
John, NJCU does not have the height to battle with TCNJ, so they're going to have to use speed, quickness, and athleticism on both ends of the court. And they're really going to have to speed this game up to get TCNJ tired, to keep this game close.
It's amazing, too, because they did okay in the paint last time, just outscored 42-38 the last time these two teams met. Nice read by Montalvo. Jasenia to Ortiz. Teresa driving, then lost control. Little contact there,
A little bit, little blocking foul maybe. Defense got to move their feet.
3:08 to go. Shatsky into the front court. Hands off to Famolare, back to Shatsky. To Jen Byrne from deep. Good, and she is just replaced. Shannon Devitt, 2 fouls, you're feeling good, and Byrne has picked up the slack.
As a coach, you can't be happier for that outcome. One of your best players comes out of the game. You know, your second best, maybe your best, picks up the slack. I mean, that's what you expect.
Leading all scorers, Jen with 7. Maisha Bacon traveled, and now TCNJ can go up by double digits. As they have started to settle in here. Rather close first quarter. John Kelly Jr., Pete Vincent, and Paul Tannucilli, our producer and director. And both teams were within one of each other. And really since it was 8-7, just 3 points. 10-3 run by TCNJ. And it's not like NJCU hasn't, had good offensive possessions. One team's hitting their shots. And Byrne continues that, now 9 points.
She's on fire. She's on fire.
314 coming into this one. 7th in the NJAC in average and points at 13.9 points per game.
Being 6 foot helps, John, tremendously.
A junior on this squad. As Maisha Bacon pulls up. NJCU needed that one, and Bacon cannot get the offensive board. Neal didn't get to it either. And now TCNJ will have a chance to go up even further, up by 10. As after it was just 8-7, 3 NJCU points. And really at that point, 12-3, it's these droughts that have hurt NJCU this year. And it was against Stockton, again, first quarter scoring, again, a product of why this team has an 8-game losing streak. They've battled great in 3 other quarters. You got to put 4 together, though.
Absolutely.
Byrne trying to go into double figures, shuffled the feet, and now this is a big possession for NJCU. If I'm NJCU, who are you looking to here? Are you getting it back to Ortiz? Are you going to go back to Marisha Bacon?
What I would do is I would not settle for a jump shot. You have to attack the basket. They can't one-on-one guard anyone because of our athleticism. So you gotta get to the basket. We're doing a good job of getting them getting fouls on them, but only 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. We're settling for threes again, John.
Yeah, and talk about getting to the basket. TCNJ shooting 88.9% from the field, 8 of 9. Shatsky on the head fake. Gets it back on the right wing, 1:10 to go, 10-point lead for TCNJ on a 12-3 run. As this another deep 3, air ball. Now here comes Marisha Bacon. Out to Maisha Bacon. Will she attack the bucket? Won't. 56 seconds to go first quarter. Now she attacks and lost control. Back come the Lions in transition. Gibson threw it away. 47 seconds to go. Marisha Bacon to her sister Maisha. Settles, lay-in. Can't go. Easy look. Tough miss. 38 seconds to go. And a 9-second shot clock. The game clock advantage. 2 opportunities squandered.
She's thinking too much, John. She's just got to play basketball. Just play basketball, Misha.
24 seconds to go. So back from Gazzola. Gibson off 12 points last game. Trying to go to Barlow. Said to Byrne, backing down. Nice hook shot. Good. She's in double figures for their 10th straight time. And 20th this year. And 15th against the conference. 6 seconds to go. 4, 3, Bacon for 3. Good as we end the first quarter. So that one big because that could have been a double-digit lead. It's down to 9. But TCNJ, you said attacking the bucket. That's why they shot better. That's why they lead.
I mean, I still think it's a lucky shot at the moment, but, they needed it. Okay, you take it. But we can't settle for jump shots, John. We have to attack the basket, get them in foul trouble, attack those trees, make them bump you, make them block you, get to the free throw line.
And, of course, 3 threes made by TCNJ. Of course, big story, Shannon Devitt, their leading rebounder, 2 fouls coming in. And, she came out with 6 of the first 8 points. And, you talk about a 1-2 tandem, and they're young. Junior, of course, a little bit more upperclassman experience. And, of course, to Devitt, a sophomore, last year's conference rookie of the year. 17 of the 22 points in Byrne. Once Devitt came on, she said, my turn. And she's 2 away from her average.
Yeah, let's go. We get the first quarter stats thrown at us.
So we'll look here on our screen, and how big is that Marisha Bacon 3-pointer at the end? Why don't you break it down here as it'll come into our screen? She just has that ability. When you really talk about Marisha Bacon, you can never get away from her. And look at this.
Now that you look at it, that's the only option she had because none of her teammates are doing anything but standing still, watching her play. And Coach Devaney's got to be telling those girls, you are not spectating. you are participating, get involved. And something that you might not be able to see at home, fans, or we might not be able to see on our stat sheet is NJCU is not talking on the basketball court. Help defense is not communicating. They're not talking on offense. They've got to get that going.
Well said here, as I'm joined alongside Pete, Vincent, Paul Tannucilli, your producer and director, John Kelly Jr., your play-by-play man. This be a big win for TCNJ. Go to 13-3, they'd be ahead of Rowan as Bacon, Ortiz, Montalvo, Bizhub, and Taylor Gaston to start the second quarter. TCNJ with Gibson, Gazzola, Byrne, who led all scorers with 11 in that first quarter. Montalvo, nice cut. Doesn't go up, still has her dribble, out to Taylor Gaston. Zaira comes in team leader with 18 blocks. Now Marasia Bacon, 8 to shoot. Gonna try to take Gibson. Out to Ortiz, she's gotta go, 3 to shoot. Teresa lost control, too many dribbles. Gibson driving and cannot put it home. Forces the turnover, no points off of him, but free throws coming for Kaylee.
That was a great effort by Marasia Bacon to get down the court to try to take a charge. She was just in the circle, but I applaud that effort.
Of course, Gibson had 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 8 rebounds over the last 3 games. Of course, for those first 2 years, played basketball at Chestnut Hill College, and she goes 1 for 2 at the free throw line. Second in the NJAC, her team, at a 68% free throw percentage. What do you consider as the average, head coach Vincent?
Free throw percentage?
Yeah, what would you consider a good average for a team?
For a team,
some coaches
85 and above.
Yeah, I've always said, yeah, 75 to 80. You'd be doing pretty well. That's what Bob Hurley told me. And of course, Mike Kelly, who coached at St. Peter's Prep. They couldn't. Bob got that. Mike didn't. Taylor Gaston trying to knock down the jumper. That one too strong. Burned the rebound. She's just taken over since Devitt went off with 2 fouls.
Yeah, she's continuing to play well.
Deep 3. Good from Barlow. 4th made for TCNJ. They've made 148 on the season. Second in the NJAC. Their lead to 14.
That's Lauren Barlow, product of Bishop R High School, sister of Liz Barlow, one of the best players to ever come out of New Jersey. I think she scored about almost 2,000 points.
And Marasia Bacon, a big 3 response, 8 points for her. Of course, staying out of foul trouble, the reason she's leading all scorers. And if she gets her stroke going, watch out. Zashatsky setting up things for TCNJ. Gothic Knights need to stop right now. It's been a little too easy, these looks for the Lions. And Bacon, a big board. Marasia putting on the accelerator. Can she get by Gazzola? Tries to draw contact on her, puts it down in the foul. No! Traveling called.
Can we look at that again? I don't know what he was seeing.
What did you see here? Did she pick up her foot? Let's look into it.
It's hard to tell. I mean, hey, he's a ref. We're just commentating.
Yes, we are. As Shatsky enters the front court, Byrne, Gazzola, Barlow, Famulari, who checked in for Kaylee Gibson, in the 5 for TCNJ. So Bacon going right back to it. You can see the hop in Marasia's step. Feeling it right now, leading all scorers with 8. 6th in the country at a 23.7 margin. Also leads the NJAC with that. She goes deep. Too strong. Rebound Gazzola. Outlets for Barlow. At 6 assists last game, the Famulari lost control. Barlow across to Shatsky. Nice ball movement. Byrne cannot finish it from deep. Rebound by Montalvo. Able to get it out. Oh, death-defyingly close to losing that one. And anyway, Bacon loses it. NJCU speeding up here, Pete.
Coach Savani's pulling what little hair he has out, I can tell.
Zashatsky will reset. TCNJ trying to extend their winning streak to 5. Driving is Shatsky. Fall away, not even close. Taylor Gaston with the board. Zaira out to Maisha Bacon. Into the front court. Across the Ortiz. Teresa able to handle that one. Now driving on Barlow. Spins, floater. Oh, that's nice by Ortiz.
Nice move, big time move.
7 points for Teresa. Famulare has space, spins, hook shot, too strong. Battle for the board, and neither team gets it. It goes off TCNJ, and it'll go back to NJCU.
That's a big stop for NJCU,
yes,
John.
Indeed.
Both teams looked tired in that last couple exchanges, back and forth. Both teams looked a little tired. NJCU comes away with the ball and 2 points out of the last 6 possessions.
That was such a smooth back down by Teresa Ortiz. She shields the ball very well, Pete. That's the key to making sure it doesn't get knocked away.
Yeah, she's a point guard as well. So NJCU really has 2 point guards on the court at all times when she's in the game.
Montalvo second with 16 threes. Goes inside of it. Can't knock down the 2. Board corralled by O'Leary. Shatsky met by Ordonez. Montalvo, Taylor Gaston, Ortiz, Marasia Bacon in the 5. Famulare from deep. Good. You got to get a hand in the face. 5th 3 made by TCNJ. Sam Famulare, 9 points last game. She has 7 games with 2 or more threes made. Came in second with 23 made, and TCNJ by 12. Ortiz driving. Air ball on that floater. I think she lost control of it. Back comes TCNJ. Gazzola tries the baseline. Nice seal off by Taylor Gaskin. Out to Shatsky. 3 is long. Board corralled by Marasia Bacon. Putting on the accelerator, then pulling up. And connecting. She's in double figures.
Still don't like that shot. You have no rebounders. Very risky shot.
Bacon in double figures for the 22nd time in 23 games. Famulare, nice cutter. It couldn't be finished by O'Leary. Those shots are there all day as
Nice
Ortiz
pass.
out to Marasia Bacon. Pulls up again. Off the back iron, you said again, rush shots.
Settling for jump shots. You want to beat TCNJ, get them in foul trouble. Not happening right now for NJCU.
Shatsky will reset things for TCNJ. They've won 20 straight. This is the 64th meeting. Preseason favorite in the NJAC. They're tops in the conference at 12-3. Famulare, she cannot miss. Sam is sensational or sizzling from deep.
It helps her when NJCU players don't close out. You got to close out on shots like that. Got to get a hand in the face.
6-3 made for Famulare. As a team, they've made it 6 threes. Famulare knocking down another one from deep, and that's her 3rd knockdown. She has 11. 2 players in double figures for the Lions. Montalvo tries from deep. Rush shot again and burned. Easy defensive board. Shatsky into the front court with space to operate. Outlets to O'Leary. She's known for threes, but it's been Famulare and a whole bunch of players stepping in as Byrne misses an easy float. Marasia Bacon with it. Driving. Laying. Cannot go. She didn't travel this time. And she'll have 2 free throws. As still a little sting on that 3-point play called back, but she'll go to the line.
John, let's be honest. NJCU is not going to win a 3-point contest tonight with TCNJ. They've got to do this right here. Get to the free throw line. Hit free throws with the clock stopped. NJCU is good at shooting free throws. Shake that one off. Let's make the next one.
Still looking to knock down from there. 0 of 3. 9 total threes been made in this one. 5 by the Lions, 4 by NJCU. So the first make as Gothic Knights within 12. Shatsky, Gazzola, Byrne, Famulare, Kaylee Gibson in the 5. Maisha Bacon, Ordonez, Bizhub, Marasia Bacon, and Taylor Gaston in the 5 for NJCU. As Gazzola long on that 3. Nice board by Bizhub. Now you need to take your time on possessions, down by 12.
Absolutely, John.
Bacon setting up. 2 triple-doubles for her this year, the 4th and 5th in NJCU history. Bizhub not open on the cutter, gets out to Maisha Bacon. 22 last time these two met. Bizhub gonna drive, plants, and puts it home. Set up more ISOs for this Bizhub player. She can light it up.
She can do it all day long, especially if TCNJ is going to be playing defense, standing straight up. You got to take advantage of that, John.
1 double-figure game away from the 4 she had in 2015, 2016. As Ordonez reaches, as that'll be the 2nd foul to NJCU, and Let's see what happened. Do we have a technical? Well, definitely the players are clearing out, so we'll see what the call is with 2:41 to go. As Ordonez, another player from Hudson County, Sea Caucus, always in that Hudson County tournament at the end of the year. Have you ever run into them as you get to?
She's from Weehawken.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Weehawken.
Yeah, Weehawken's in our bracket. We've never played them, but they are, I believe, the 7th or 8th seed in our county tournament this year. It's gonna be interesting. Actually, I don't know if they're on our side of the bracket. I think they might be.
You know,
but going back to that play, I will take that foul from Ordonez because it slows down that run by TCNJ, and they actually had an advantage right there. So if it was a clean catch by TCNJ and a finish, we were probably looking at a 3-point play. So fouling her before she even caught the ball, I'll actually take that foul. It's a hard play.
So we have an unsportsmanlike against TCNJ on Gibson. So 2 free throws coming up for Maisha Bacon, as that's Marasia's sister, leader with 183 rebounds coming in, back-to-back double-figure games.
Kaylee Gibson, Cherokee High School, also top 20 team right now in the state of New Jersey for girls basketball.
You know, Coach, it's really interesting. This is a state that gives you so many different matchups. Once you get into that state tournament, St. John Vianney, not a big-time sizable squad, but those 5'5" girls, the way they play, they backdoor you, they knock down three-pointers, they shoot good free throws. You have the athleticism, the grit of Shabazz. Your Hudson Catholic squad is pretty darn good. I mean, it's a great state to pick from if you really are looking to compete in the college game and look for those different matchups into the conference tournament, and if you're lucky enough to go play in the NCAAs.
It's beautiful to be a part of, John. It's beautiful.
Beautiful to call when I got a chance to it. As Ordonez to Bacon. A reset. Gothic Knights within 8. Marasia way off on that shot. And you just do not like the shots there, Coach, as putting your hand over your eyes. Chatsky enters the front court for the Lions.
Hey, Ray, get your teammates involved. They will help you win a game, please.
They had 2 players in double figures. It was the both Bacon sisters. 22 from Aisha, 35 from Marasia, as Byrne knocks down. She had 11 in that first quarter, and Jen now with 16. Leading all scorers, 15th double-figure game against the conference. As it's a 10-point lead for the Lions. 1:38 to go, second quarter. Ordonez feeds a cutting Bizhub, nice fake, fall away, good. That's how you execute.
That's fundamental basketball. Square your shoulders, pump fake, finish. Look like an N1 to me.
Christine has 7 in this one. Gazzola way off, and she gets the board. Pushing up ahead, Christine Bizhub. 1:15 to go to Bacon, drives, pulls up, way off. Comes out to Ordonez, fresh 30-second shot clock. And Bizhub will call timeout with 1:05 to go. And they gave a technical foul before to Kaylee Gibson. Look at this right here. You like the foul by Ordonez, and it's a little interesting down there. Got to be careful. What'd you see?
Ordonez is playing hard, and Gibson's not happy with it, saying, hey, this is supposed to be easy. We're the 1 seed. You can't play defense that hard on me. Throws her a little elbow, and referee picked it up. Kaz Beverly was right on it.
Love what I'm seeing here from our producer and director, Paul Tannucilli, Pete Vincent, John Kelly Jr. on the call, and Jack. Doubleheader here from John Elmore Athletic Center as TCNJ trying to extend their winning streak to 5, get their 8th road win, 13th in conference, 15th overall, 22-7 this team last year. And, you know, you really look at NJCU, this is the story of their season. You may look at it saying, God, they're 4-18, this is going to be an easy one. No, it's not. If they could ever just get consistency and, you know, again, balanced scoring. I think in the second half, you want to get the ball to Bizhub more. Just how do you tell a scorer like Bacon to trust your teammates? Because if she does, they're right back in this.
John, you hit the nail on the head. I can't tell you how many games I've watched and seen Christina Bizhub sitting in the corner with her hands up, not get the basketball. And she is an electrifying player that NJCU needs to utilize a lot more in this game.
And she's healthy as we're under a minute to go. 8-point lead for the Lions. Bizhub has 7 in this one. Trying to go to Ortiz, out to Maisha Bacon. She'll drive, her lefty shot. Didn't get any rim, Gazzola the board. 47 to go, Lions back in the front court. Shatsky out to Byrne, head fakes, back to Shatsky for 3. Air ball, and that grab by Ortiz. Teresa pushing with 36 to go in the first half. Floater, short on Barlow, and the board corralled by Famulare. 27 seconds to go. Shatsky gets it now for Gazzola. Shot clock turned off. Lions will hold for the final shot. Shatsky had 12 last game. Ordonez to watch her. 14 seconds to go. Famulare inside, knifes it up, but she traveled. So 11.6 seconds to go. What do you draw up to get points to go into halftime in this one?
Well, if they're not going to call a play, I'm going to assume that they're going to do what Coach Devaney told them in the timeout, which was attack the basket. Oh, he is calling a play.
4 total fouls. Bacon, Ortiz, Maisha Bacon, Bizhub, Taylor Gaston, 5 to go. As Marisha lays it up, 2-1. And TCNJ will go into the half up 35-29. A much better defensive effort from NJCU. A complete game in the second half. There's got to be some offense, and maybe we could have an interesting one here, Pete.
Christina Bizhub gave him a little bit of life off the bench. Well, she started, but coming back into the game, gave him a little bit of life, and NJCU sped up the game, and TCNJ did not want that to happen. And you see the result now, and we're closing the gap, and NJCU now down 6 going into the half.
So we're here at halftime. Into your screen, we'll have our halftime stats. You can look at them for yourself as TCNJ leads this one 35-29. We're at halftime here on NJCU Gothic Vision in this NJAC doubleheader. Pete and I will return. Stats in your screen, check them out. A very competitive first half here on NJCU Gothic Vision. shooting 70%. My God.
Wow.
And that is the way to put it here as we're back for the third quarter, final 2 10-minute periods, as John Kelly Jr., alongside my partner in crime, Pete, Vincent, Paul Tannucilli, our producer and director, will explain the wow if you just tuned in and said to yourself, they know they're on the air. We do 70% from Jen Burns, 16 points, led all scorers. Marasia Bacon, 13. And here's Devitt. She missed most of that first half because of 2 fouls, and not a good start to half number 2 as she travels.
Wouldn't be surprised to see NJCU attack the basket a lot more in the second half. I got a funny feeling.
Well, they have to be successful. As you said, you do not want to be in a 3-point shooting contest against TCNJ. They made 5 first-half threes. Marasia Bacon pulls up from 3. That's short, and the rebound corralled by Devitt. Takes a dribble, hands, and now O'Leary. Sets up in the front court to Jatsky. Jatsky from Marlboro, New Jersey, watched by Teresa Ortiz. Feeds the cutting O'Leary down to Devitt, and she keeps that alive, but threw it away to Bishop. Now Marasia Bacon out to Teresa Ortiz. Plants goes up, no chance, and she almost traveled there as well, Pete.
Yeah, it was a little weak drive, John. Gotta go a little stronger than that.
Jatsky to Devitt from the baseline. Good. So TCNJ gets some scoring going here in the second half, as Devitt with 8 points. Again, of course, 2 fouls knocked her out early as she put up a career high 26 in that win against Ramapo. 21 last year's tourney, NJAC Rookie of the Year. Man, making such an impact. We have to get her off the floor. Nice take by Taylor Gaston.
And if you can see now, she's not even going to contest those shots. She's just going to wall up. We can utilize it. NJCU can utilize that to their advantage and just keep attacking the post.
So here at Taylor Gaston with her first points of this one. Montalvo will check in. Devitt back out. Fumalare. Good. Her 4th 3 knocked down. She has 27 on the year. That's second on the team. Again, Sam, 4 double figures in her first 5 games. 3 balls so lethal for her.
She's 4 for 4, Joe. That's amazing.
6th made for TCNJ. They're up by 9. Taylor Gaston driving again. That off the mark. Has O'Leary to it. 3 on 2. Splits, goes up, and she'll go to the free throw line with 7:47 to go. If there's one thing you gotta like in that first half, really good defense. Not many fouls, just 8 combined.
Well, I would say that for TCNJ, they didn't foul as much because NJCU didn't attack the basket as much. And NJCU didn't foul as much because TCNJ shot 3s. So, you know, no team was really, truly tested on defense yet.
So O'Leary making the first of 2, comes in shooting 69.2%, goes 100% at the line, made 4 threes, attempted 10. All season highs in the last NJCU game. All 4 of those threes, the 12 points she put up, and 2 at the line to give TCNJ the 11-point advantage. Now Bizhub with 7 in that first half to Bacon. Maisha, too strong on that layup. You got to make those.
Got to hit your spots when you're using the backboard.
O'Leary out to Shatsky to Devitt. To Familare. 100% shooting from 3. Byrne with 16 in this one. Out to O'Leary. Shatsky will reset. TCNJ up by 11. Shatsky trying to drive, 6 to shoot. Familare for 3. That off the mark. Devitt, an offensive board. Fresh 30-second shot clock. Byrne gets by Bacon. Back out for O'Leary to Shatsky. TCNJ will reset, shooting 51% from the field. Familare had her first 3 missed. Down low, Devitt. And that one out of play. And great defense by NJCU.
Nice double down low by NJCU, causing another turnover by Devitt. And NJCU needs to capitalize on this possession right now.
After giving up 81% shooting in that first quarter to TCNJ, great second quarter. 4 of 15 they held TCNJ. So they did what they're supposed to do defensively. If they could put it together offensively, we got ourselves a basketball game.
Absolutely.
And when you turn it over like that, it kills you.
Uncontested turnovers. Can't happen in college basketball.
Both teams were really clean with it too. Just 14 total in that first half. 8 for TCNJ as Byrne right in front of me to inbound. 14, the largest TCNJ lead. They lead by 11. O'Leary with it. Connects with Famolare. Driving on Ortiz. Fall away is good, but she's charged. And the first foul of TCNJ. Good blue-collar play.
Flashback to last Wednesday. Yesenia Montalvo taking charges for NJCU. Doing it again tonight, John. They're going to need that from her a couple more times.
So Montalvo setting up. Second with 16 threes made. Yesenia, last year's leading scorer, 10.3 points per game. Ortiz trying to go to Taylor Gaston. Too many passes.
Good idea going with a shovel pass against, a couple 6-footers, but it was just too many of them.
Malari thinking about a three. I think NJCU has figured that one out. Down low Devitt and lays it up. And when you have a threat from outside, that's an easy cutter. And Shannon extends the lead to 13. 14 been the biggest lead for TCNJ at 8:43 of the second. Devitt with 10 points. 3 Lions in double figures. I have that right, actually. No, it should be as they checked up Byrne there, so 3 of them are in double figures. They changed some stats on Byrne and change up here in possession. Shatsky forcing another turnover. O'Leary. Byrne, Shatsky. Underneath the Devitt. To O'Leary for 3. Off the back iron and tip to Ortiz. NJCU has to go. Ortiz. Marasia Bacon, nice lay-in, count it, and the foul. That's how you set it up.
Speed it up, and you have a shot to win the game. You must play fast, high tempo. An average basketball game has about 60 possessions, both teams. NJCU's got to have 75. It's got to be a 75-75 game for NJCU to be where they want to be with 2 minutes left in this game.
So Bacon now to try to complete the three-point play. Right now, 84 points away from the 620 mark, and that's points in a single season. She is smashing so many records that would smash the single season mark set by Monique Hemingway, whose record she broke in a single game with 46 here against Pratt. NJCU within 10, now they need the stop. Barlow driving, kicks out for 3. Famolare could not get it to go. Bizhub could not get the defensive board, and it stays with the Lions. Fresh 30-second shot clock.
Nice hustle by Bizhub. She just couldn't handle the ball.
Shatsky will inbound to Devitt. The rookie of the year in the conference, Barlow to Byrne. Out to Barlow. To Byrne. Uncorks. Good. What a soft touch from Byrne.
A little Popovich-like ball movement on that possession for TCNJ.
So Byrne with 15, they changed the scoring. We thought she had 16, but it was changed. 3 players for the Lions in double figures. Had 4 in double figures last time against the Gothic Knights. As Bizhub rejected by Devitt. Now Shatsky trying to go in transition. Bizhub, nice effort on the floor. Nice job by Bacon. The Bizhub lay-in, good. What an effort.
Great team basketball.
Coach Jesse Jackson to call a timeout as the 2017-2018 D3Hoops.com All-Atlantic Region Coach of the Year to talk it over. So 10-point lead for the Lions, 3:59 to go. Pete Vincent, John Kelly Jr., Paul Tannucilli, your producer and director. Well, we know what NJCU can do, get down and dirty. You can expect to see points off of turnovers like that. Pete, however, let's go back to that three-point play by Marasia Bacon. You said speed it up, and that's what happens here for a three-point play. But, of course, they're screaming up that turnover before. What an effort by Bacon.
Yeah, way to get on the floor. Something you see her do here and there. Got to pick that up because it definitely can increase possessions. Like I said before, they need to increase possessions, put a little pressure on them. Surprisingly enough, that block that TCNJ got 2 plays ago was only their first of the game. You would think they'd have more with such a huge height advantage over NJCU. They really don't. They wall up and they try not to commit fouls. something NJCU needs to keep attacking.
Byrne, Malare, Devitt, Barlow, Shatsky in the 5 for the Lions. Both Bacon sisters, Montalvo, Bizhub, Taylor Gaston in the 5 as Devitt lays it home. She's just a force down low, and again, that's exploiting the undersized NJCU squad. So Devitt with 12, 38 over her past 2 games. Bacon to Bizhub, tees one off. That one off the back rim, and it goes into the hands of Barlow. Nice job by Montalvo. And then NJCU will pick up their 2nd foul. I like that aggressiveness, though, by Jessenia.
Gotta do it, gotta do it. Great job. We have a play like that. It's called 94. Anytime somebody gets a rebound on the other team, we just stay in front of them. That's called our 94 defense. It works a lot of times.
Malare out to Barlow. Nothing there to Famulare. Been hot here for Devitt. Nice cross up. Famulare can't lay it up. Burns set her up nicely. Back comes Marasia Bacon trying to split a pair. Floater, good. Oh, it's so pretty.
And you saw Devitt backed away, said, okay, go ahead, make the layup. I'm not going to foul you. I want to stay in the game.
Well, NJCU got this within single digits, just down the 9. It's been double digits. Just trying to put together consecutive drives on offense to get it closer. Just have not been able to do it. Ortiz will check in. Devitt, open baseline, and have to lay it up.
Where's the help D? Coach Devaney's pulling his hair out. Where's help D? Somebody should have took that baseline charge.
Devitt, 8 of her 14 coming here in this 3rd quarter alone. 2:18 to go. NJCU down by 12. Bizhub with 9 in this one. And tried Shatsky on the drive. She stops, and then Bizhub picked up her dribble, kept it alive, knocked out a play. 6 to shoot. And it will go to NJCU.
Very close to a travel there, John, by Bizhub. NJCU got lucky.
Definitely. Or carry as Ortiz comes in. Bacon will inbound. And check that now. They'll have Montalvo on the inbound. Taylor Gaston driving. Lay-in. Good. Do that all day.
Devitt backed off again. It's going to keep happening.
NJCU needs to take advantage of it as Shatsky walks it into the front court. 1:50 to go. Nothing for Devitt and Byrne on that cross-up down low. Now Jen has it. Spins. Fall-away hook. Off the back iron. And it will be 2 free throws coming to TCNJ. 3rd foul to NJCU. That'll be the 2nd to Montalvo. NJCU in that 2nd quarter outscored TCNJ 16 to 13, and Byrne knocks down the 1st of 2. Her 19 against NJCU last game led all scorers. 2 double-figure games against them last year. A 23 and 19-point performance. And she goes perfect at the line again. What a player, Jen Byrne. Just it's a matter of when she shows up and when she's able to get started. And we saw 11 in that 1st quarter. And right now, settling in with Devitt, of course, in foul trouble. So Bacon, fade away. Short. It looked like she had lost her balance on that, Pete.
Got to crash the boards, too. NJCU just had 3 players standing still, not moving as that shot went up.
Shatsky has 7 assists in this one. Devitt to Byrne, out to Barlow for 3. That one is short. Nice rebound, Famulare. And there's a foul inside before she could go up with it. So 3rd to NJCU. Maisha Bacon will check in. As Sam, 12 double-figure games, career high 23 against Rowan. Also getting it done in the rebounding department, 85, although it's been her threes that have been impressive. Started perfect, Pete, before.
Absolutely.
Was 4 for 4, missed her last 2 attempts. Thrown away from Barlow, keeps it alive. Devitt to Shatsky, under a minute to go in the 3rd. Devitt short, picked up by Bizhub. 57 seconds to go. Montalvo tries to go up with it, but then will slow it down over the midcourt logo. 50 seconds to go. 52 to 40. TCNJ, Maisha Bacon. 11 to shoot, driving, puts it off the mark and got away with a push on Devitt. Outlet to Barlow, finger roll, too strong, off a pair of hands to the far side. Barlow touched it last, and now NJCU with it, and 29 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off, so you can hold for the final shot.
You have an opportunity to go into the fourth quarter only down 9 against the hottest team in the NJAC right now. Got to be happy, Coach Devaney.
A team that also had struggled scoring, only 40-plus points over their last 11 games, had 84 in the last one. 12 to go, third quarter. Bizhub driving on Shatsky, fall away hook, off the mark, 5 seconds to go. Shatsky with 3 seconds to go. To Byrne, 3 at the horn. Rims out. Oh, that could have been a dagger. And NJCU with 10 minutes left here to still swing at it with TCNJ.
Coach Devaney telling Christina Bizhub, drive, kick. Teresa's open in the corner.
You look at Bizhub 2 per game. I'd love to see at least 10 field goal attempts a game, because I know at least 10 or 11, she's going to make 7 or 8 out of that 11. And that could be a 10-point night easily.
I'll be honest with you. If I'm Christina, I'm thinking, hey, Coach, you know how many times that was me on the other end of that? And the ball wasn't kicked out to me? Not the mentality you want to have in a game where you're down by 12. But maybe she's not wrong.
Big stat, TCNJ, 8 for 8 at the line, 100%. NJCU 4 of 7 in the rebounding department, out-rebounding NJCU 31 for 20. However, Gothic Knights still hanging in here. 18 assists by TCNJ. That's one thing I want to just mention. Now 336, that leads the NJAC. I mean, that's the other key, Coach. You know that the best. When you're a high-scoring team, you pass the ball. Several different touches. And obviously, you know, you can see it here and how TCNJ gets it done.
Well, the recipe for high-scoring teams is fast-paced games, increase the possessions, like we talked about before. And you do that by pressing. You do that by playing transition basketball. We haven't seen a lot of pressing by NJCU tonight, but they might have to do it late in this game.
Jen Byrne leading all scorers with 17. Marasia Bacon with 18, leading all scorers. For NJCU, Montalvo. Of course, Marasia not on the floor. Bizhub, Maisha Bacon, Teresa Ortiz in the 5. Maisha out to Montalvo. To Bizhub. Fires from deep. And off the back iron. Montalvo battling for the offensive board. Looked like she got tripped up. TCNJ, 32nd rebound. Plus 12 advantage in that category. As Shatsky to set up. What a night for her. Over 7 assists.
Yeah, she's the unsung hero tonight for TCNJ. Not scoring a lot of points, but really making it happen and being a playmaker and making her teammates better.
As Barlow's tonight. 3 off the mark, what a box out by Bizhub. Montalvo speeds into the front court, slows it down, hands to Ortiz for 3. That off the back iron. Montalvo trying to get on the floor. And jump ball, and the arrow to TCNJ. Of course, here's something else we got to be impressed with Shatsky. Ellie Simaluka, who had 21 of 22 games recording an assist, 3rd in the NJAC in assists, tops with 70, not in the lineup tonight, and Shatsky's just filled that void so well.
Oh, she's doing a great job tonight.
Oh, yeah, the floor general. And again, depth, so key. As Byrne gets it down low, looks out to Devitt. 3 seconds on Byrne. So NJCU with opportunities around here. And it's just got to be consistent scoring.
3rd turnover for Byrne this game.
13th overall for TCNJ. Montalvo. Across to Taylor Gaston. Aisha Bacon. 10.9 per game scoring average. Out to Bizhub with 9 in this one. 7 to shoot. NJCU has to go. Ortiz, 4 to shoot. Driving on Byrne. Spins, scoops. And that didn't touch the rim. Shot clock violation.
I'll be honest, John, that move right there made Teresa look like she never played basketball before. Your head's down. You dribble with your head down into the trees. I don't know what she was thinking. I really don't.
So she'll come off. Again, just a teaching moment. So Marasia Bacon will replace her. Montalvo, Taylor Gaston, Aisha Bacon, and Bizhub in the 5. Malare to Byrne, to O'Leary. She gets in the 3 action as that's her 31st made. Tops on the team, 146th for her career, 4th in program history. Lead to 15 for TCNJ, large as it has been. 14 was their largest ledger, was 8:43 to go in the second. And a whistle on the floor with 7:40 to go. And a foul to O'Leary, the woman who made that recent 3. 65 last year, Kate knocked down, 5th most in a single season in program history. Also gets it done in assists, comes in 11th in program history with 267.
Putting up some good numbers. Another stat you won't see is that was the first call made by Kaz Beverly in about 20 minutes.
Montalvo for 3. That one too long. Bizhub gets it at least to Bacon. Fresh 30-second shot clock. 7:21 to go. Can NJCU rally to knock off a red-hot TCNJ team? Tops in the conference at 12-3. Ortiz, a much better confident drive, but that one doesn't go down. Shatsky out to O'Leary. Kicks out from Malare. Good, her 5th 3 made, shooting 5 for 7. She now has 28 made on the year, 2nd on this team. And getting death-defyingly close. 5 now, a new season high. 4 was her recent against Rowan. So 5 for 7, 18-point lead. John Kelly Jr., Pete Vincent, and Paul Tannucilli, our producer and director. And it's this quarter here, Pete. This is where you have a top-tier team and a young team learning their lessons. TCNJ now has grabbed a hold of this one. Yeah,
you see them really pulling away and really saying to themselves, hey, hold on to the 1 seed. This is what we're playing this game for. It means a lot. Rowan is nipping at our heels. We have to win tonight.
So NJCU, again, they were in this one, of course, down at halftime, 35-29. You know, at times, shots have been open, just unable to knock down. And they played good enough defense. But again, it's just, you got to get that consistent scoring. And you're seeing it. NJCU, if it's not Devitt or Byrne, however, they're factors. Both have double-figure games. Other players can step in there and put down the points. And again, 3 players in double figures, and Fumalare now is 17 this evening. And she's just 6 short of her career high, which was 23 against Rowan.
Tonight, TCNJ doesn't have an X factor. They have X factors, and 3 of them. And the coach got to be happy about the performance heading into the playoffs.
They've knocked down 8 threes this evening. It's amazing because their offense was pretty darn hot, 68.45 points per game. But during this 4th straight winning streak, 4-game winning streak, averaging 80 points per game, at 1 point scoring a problem. And they've gotten it together, and you know, that's just what you want as you get into the conference tourney. Rowan, of course, going to be just a formidable opponent. Montclair State, we saw a darn good team. And you don't know. Some other teams, they get hot. 3 to shoot. Ortiz has got to fire it. Oh, gets away with 1. How about that?
What does Bon Jovi say? Living on a prayer?
Well, that's a good way to put it. Familare to Byrne. And that's just an easy layup, and NJCU just unable to get back.
Teresa, you hit the 3. You need to be the first person back on D. If you're pressing and you're at the top, different story. But you should have been down there taking that charge.
Ortiz short on that 3, and Devitt another board. Byrne with 19 points, 10 straight double-figure games for her, and she has equaled her previous mark of 19 against this NJCU squad. 4 double-figure games against them as Shatsky draws an offensive foul. 17-point lead for NJCU, large as it has been. So Byrne, of course, amazing how she could just step up. Just such a diverse team. However, at times here, you know, you just could see NJCU could see the future here, Pete. Really what they're building defensively from a culture. You get a couple of scores, this is going to be a very tough team to play in NJAC play.
And John, you got to take into consideration, as we said, a great move by Misha Bacon to finish Jasmine Reese, Hannah Johnson, Samantha Hines. They have kids already here that are here for next year. And it's just, the only way is up for NJCU for the next few years under Coach Devaney.
Yeah, and head coach Pat Devaney just loves the game of basketball. We would love to play from just how passionate he is. As Devitt out from Malare. Almost made her 6-3. And back comes Teresa Ortiz. One-on-one, kicks out. And Bacon puts it down.
There you go.
With those fast break points, this team is lethal. 20 for Marasia Bacon. So now she is 80 points away from the single season scoring mark of 620, scored by Hemingway and Monique Hemingway, and NJCU within 13 as Jesse Jackson to call a timeout, looking for win 37 overall, 28th against NJAC opponents, won 27 of her 33 NJAC games. Pretty darn good. I think TCNJ in good hands, and you know, hey, last year highest win total, and yet this year we come in, get a few younger players that are able to step up. I mean, I'm just very impressed with what you got with Shatsky tonight, because again, you lose Simaluka, or she's not available this evening, and if you can just plug and play like that, you're going to continue to win and be tough.
Absolutely, and just in only her second year to see that kind of success. Also to see the roster she has, the high schools where she's getting her players from, you can tell what she's looking for. You can tell what kind of players she's bringing in and what kind of program she's trying to build. And the rest of the NJAC, they better keep their heads up, pay attention.
Including for number 45, Shannon Devitt. Last year, 285 rebounds, already getting close to breaking that mark. That was the third most in a single season. 4:36 to go as NJCU trying to stop the 4-game winning streak of TCNJ. Familare cannot lay it home and drew contact, a late foul called, and Sam will go to the charity stripe.
I'll tell you what, if I'm Coach Devaney and I'm watching this film after the game, I'm looking at the way Yesenia Montalvo and Christina Vizza played defense. Played so hard tonight. They really gave it all they had on defense. You know, they're at a disadvantage, probably guarding people who are 6, 7 inches taller than them. They're working hard.
Familare, of course, getting her 8th double-figure game against the NJAC. 13th on the year. She had 10 double-figure games last year, and clearly third coming in at 10.2. 3 players averaging double figures as Devitt with an easy offensive board and putback. And TCNJ starting to pull away here. So 16 for Devin. You think about it, she's had foul trouble. Ortiz, 3 off the mark. Neal, a nice board. Fresh 30-second shot clock as Maya comes in with 105. Third on the team, her 106th rebound. Ortiz over to Neal. To Naisha Bacon. One-on-one with Byrne. Picks up her dribble. 10 to shoot. Marasia Bacon. 8 to shoot. Fires. Good. Marasia Bacon gets NJCU a little closer within 14. And Mulare driving on Bizhub. Fall away is good. She has 19.
She's on fire tonight. I've rarely seen women's basketball players in the NJAC play with that level of success and that shooting percentage. And she is playing out of her mind tonight.
5 threes made as Maisha Bacon short on that J. Devitt all over it on the glass. Her 7th defensive rebound, 9th of the night. So she's 1 away from another double-double against NJCU. Had 14 and 10 the last time these two met. Trying to win 21 straight over the Gothic Knights, TCNJ. Devitt laying way off, nice defense. A Bacon-to-Bacon connection. Now can Marasia finish it? Yes, she can, and a 3-point play opportunity. So Bacon continuing to climb up, 24 points, again, getting closer and closer to that mark. That single season mark, 21.5 point per game average against the conference. And just so many things. It's been a record-setting year. Two-time NJAC Player of the Week. First player since Ebony Cunningham to do that. Get it twice in a year. Five-time NJAC Player of the Week. And the Kane transfer. It's come in here and at least set a foundation for what Pat Devaney wants in the future.
Yeah, it was a great pickup, and her coming here just, you know, if you just think back to last year and you think back to what this program was the last 3 years and where they are now, and in a game like this, you know, the score is 30, 40-point margin, and to be only down by 13 points, and I know Coach Devaney wouldn't like me saying only down by 13, but with under 3 minutes to play, and this is the score, you got to be proud of that. You can hang your hat on that.
Burns spins and puts it down. You know, Jen Burns, such a diverse player. She can get it done down low or can shoot from the outside. And off a breakout sophomore year, really dominating this evening, leading all scorers as 2:19 to go. Byrne with 21, so two players with 20-point games. Famulare with 20, and Maisha Bacon puts it down. She had 22 last time against these players tonight. And tough to find scoring, has 6. 1:58 to go. Chatsky gets it to O'Leary. Underneath to Devitt, putting it down. It's just too tough. Devitt with 18 now. 1:38 to go. Marasia Bacon on Barlow. That's a mismatch, but she'll go out to Montalvo. Ortiz, Maisha Bacon, Taylor Gaston in the 5. 1:28 to go. Montalvo. Good job by TCNJ here, working this zone. 5 to shoot, Bacon. Off the back iron, O'Leary with the defensive board. And 1:10 to go, and now if you're TCNJ, trying to milk some clock. And good job by Taylor Gaston. I like that defensively. She was able to challenge the inbound pass there to Devitt. So Bizhub will come back in, and Montalvo will step off. So one more broadcast this year in our inaugural season basketball, for me at least, as Rutgers Camden on Senior Day, the men's and women's, the tip at 1. And then NJCU will close out at Ramapo here in the first year of Pat Devaney. 54 to go. Ortiz driving, scoop, hit the front of the bucket. Barlow with the board. 48 seconds to go. 20-second shot clock, the game clock advantage. As Shatsky gonna roll some clock. So TCNJ gonna make it 5 straight, go to 13-3 in the NJAC, and their 8th road win, marking what they had last year, 8-6 on the road. Bacon from the elbow, short. Barlow the defensive board, and the shot clock should be turned off with 20 seconds to go. And TCNJ up by 15, and a foul now by NJCU, so they'll pick up their 3rd. I'm surprised earlier with some to give. I was going to ask you, I would start fouling the old Boeheim approach.
Yeah,
just a little too late.
Yeah, you know, when it's a certain margin, it's tough to get into that mindset. If I'm TCNJ, though, I'm holding the ball. I don't want to get hurt. Playoffs are in a couple weeks. I don't want to get hurt. Hold the ball. Let the clock run out.
16 seconds to go, and that's what they'll plan on doing. Well, this is a team in a 4-game winning streak, averaging 80 points per game. If there's one thing NJCU definitely proved to them, not going to get 80 this evening, but they are going to get out with a 15-point win with 11.9 seconds to go. So for the Lions here and head coach Chessie Jackson, they will go home for the final 2. Their senior day against Kane, and they'll finish up at home against William Patterson, who, alongside Rutgers Camden and Kane, it's interesting right now, battling for that he's 5th or 6th spot in this tournament. And TCNJ going 13-3 will host here again, which would be really good for them. Last year, can you believe this, 15-3 in the NJAC? So 28 wins in 31 NJAC games.
She's got to be proud of that, and you know, TCNJ's got to be happy that they chose her to lead the way for their program for the next couple of years.
Yeah, they lost in the 2nd round of the NCAAs to RIT as 4, 3, 2, 1, and they now have their 21st consecutive win in the 64th meeting over NJCU, and the winning streak to 5 and 15 overall wins, 15-8, 13-3 in the NJAC. And now TCNJ's road portion of their schedule done, as they'll close out with Kane on Senior Day and William Patterson, and hopefully NJCU can come back home here and take care of Rutgers Camden on Senior Day. Be a big day as you see the final portion of a career of Maisha Bacon, Marasia Bacon, and Christine Bigshub Montalvo. All of them will be here. We'll have the call here at 1 p.m. and the ceremony. So the women fall, and they now have lost 9 straight, but hopefully they can end it on Senior Day. So Pete, we have a men's game coming up here. Your final thoughts on this one?
I thought NJCU gave it all they had from a defensive standpoint. It's very hard on the matchup side of things to go against 6'2", 6 foot, 6 foot, and battle with them for the rebounds and for positioning. And you saw that late in the game when you saw shots going up on both ends of the court and NJCU players just not even fighting for rebound positioning and just letting things go. Had to attack the basket a lot more in the first half. It probably could have been a tie game going into half. But the strategy, Coach Devaney had a very good strategy. I like the lineup to start the game. It was just a case of, okay, this player right now isn't playing well for TCNJ, or this player's in foul trouble, next man up. And the bench came in. I would love to see what that bench scoring looked like. But, TCNJ had the answer for whatever NJC threw at them. And post-play was the key to their victory tonight for TCNJ.
Yeah. Again, bench points, again, so important, again, in this one as it falls. Teresa Ortiz back-to-back double-figure games, 6 and now 7 career games. She finishes with 10. 20-point game for Marasia Bacon, so now for her, 89 career double-figure games and 91 career games for her. Her 17th 20-point game here at NJCU, 10th against the conference, and the 61st of her career. So 24 from her this evening. So we'll sign off in this one. Women fall 69-54. We'll be back with the men as head coach Brown and his men's squad trying to remain perfect at home as they'll take on a red-hot TCNJ squad trying to spoil them. We'll have the call after these messages. Women fall at TCNJ 69-54.